From public to privately owned, from state funded to individually run. We meet entrepreneurs, public officials, and mom and pop shops. Join us behind the scenes for exclusive interviews with determined individuals on their road to success. We are the Mitten Roadshow, and this is Wayland.
We're here today with Dick Post with Altra Products. Now tell me, Dick, how did someone like you get involved in this type of business? And what is this business?
Over 30 years ago, I saw a need in the body shop industry for help. People were asking, how do we repair these cars correctly and make them sound for the owners so the owners have safe cars when they're re-delivered to them after a collision. So found the need and started the company helping the industry find its products and find the best ways of repairing these vehicles.
So you say collision, so if there's front end damage, you're taking the car and making it square again, right?
Correct. We're
Okay.
using computer measuring systems to map out and blueprint that car, figure out where the damage is, and then turn around, make the corrections on it by pulling it with pulling systems
Okay.
and anchoring systems, and then we bring it back to pre-factory or pre-accident condition.
Gotcha. Or pretty darn close. I mean,
Pretty darn close.
It's pretty close to how close can you get a car?
We can get it within a millimeter or two.
Really?
Yes,
That
sir.
close. So very much factory-like.
Very, very close to factory specifications.
So these are not systems that if you have a backyard, backyard shop, we wouldn't call you up and say, "Hey, Dick, I need one of your systems." Usually, it's a dealership or somebody who's doing.
Yes, it's either a dealership or large independent. We do some small independents as well. They also need welders and new technology and measuring systems. Because here in western Michigan, we probably have 1,700 collision facilities right
Really?
here in western Michigan. Yes.
So there's a machine that actually measures everything out, stretches the car back to its normal thing.
Correct.
And then we have, these are welders right here.
Those are welders over there. Those are automatic self-measuring welders that determine the thickness of the material, the type of metal we're welding, and then put a spot weld just like the factory did when they built the car.
So it takes
This
the air out of it.
Yes.
So
This would be a computer measuring system that a customer would use to measure and blueprint the car and bring it back to pre-accident condition.
fun. And what made you, I mean, we talked a little bit about, you started it 30 years ago. You just said there was a need for it, and you said, hey,
There was a need for it, and I am a body guy by trade.
Okay.
And that's what I went to school for, went to college for, and I love what I'm doing, and I just wanted to help other people.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
really what it is.
And so evolution has changed. I mean,
Very much.
It probably started off very simple, and now you have I mean, this is a individual stand that lifts the car and stretches it. I mean,
It's a workstation that actually physically, mechanically pulls that car back out, straightens it. We add new parts to it, put in new frame rails or whatever the car needs, new airbags, dashboards, things like that, and bring the car back to what it needs to be.
And you said that in your building here, it probably started off as just one section of the building and then grew from there.
Yes, when we originally started off in this building, you could have a big old square dance in this building. There wasn't that much equipment. Now we're here with 13 employees, and we have probably about 500 paint booths and probably at least that many collision systems here in western Michigan and northern Indiana as well.
So do you maintain the paint booths too then?
We maintain paint booths, install them, maintain them, service them, troubleshoot them, and do all of that as well. So,
Great.
So we've morphed from just collision repair equipment into the paint industry, and then furthermore we've also gone industrially on the paint industry for paint booths for guys that make playground equipment or guys that make hydraulics or the yacht companies or things like that. So we built some big booths as well.
Yeah. I mean, to make a booth big enough to paint a yacht is a pretty big booth.
That's a big booth.
And I was just mentioning just a second ago, I'm like, that looks like a industrial compressor or something similar. You're like, no, that's a heater.
That is actually a paint booth heater that has the capability to heat outside air that's minus 20 degrees and put it into the paint booth at 80 degrees. So
Okay.
we can warm it 100 degrees instantaneously from outside to inside the paint booth cabin. The heater also can bake the finish on a person's car or product, and the system there will go to 190 degrees in about 90 seconds.
Wow.
So it's a phenomenal piece of equipment. That's a Garmat product, and Garmat is made in Colorado, Denver, Colorado.
So it's a U.S. product.
Oh, almost all of our products here are U.S. products.
Great.
So,
Good to see.
yes. Yep.
And you said that specific product is over 1 million BTU. Is that correct?
That is 1.5 million. That's a small one.
That's a small one?
Yes, we get
Oh my
into
gosh.
3 and 4 million BTU units all the time for our yacht booths and things like that. So
That is crazy. So what else should we know about the business? I mean, we have paint booths, we have heaters, we have welds. I mean, basically anything that has to do with collision, you guys are tied in.
yes, collision is really only 25% of our business.
Okay.
The other 75% of our business is the paint booth industry. We sell to and we distribute and take care of industrially and on the collision side
Okay.
in the paint booth industry.
So
we
there's
do both.
there is businesses that you service and take care of that have nothing to do with cars.
Oh yeah, we get into the food industry as well. We sell curtain walls, wash walls, and protection systems for even the food industry.
Okay. Well,
so-
tell me a little bit about what does that mean? Wash walls and
Well, they need separations for wash down areas in their plants. For when they change a line over for the food, we put in a clean curtain that can easily be power washed and cleaned. And we put in that with stainless steel track. And we find that the same crew that does the paint booths can easily do the curtain walls as well.
wow.
So we do that in sound curtains and partitioning for restaurants and things like that. So we get into those areas as well.
Cool. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the future of your company? I mean, is it hard to tell?
The future of Altra products is very bright. We started out as a niche in the collision business, but we've morphed into industrial paint booths. We've morphed into welders. We get into the food industry, into industrial products. We even sell paint booths for guitars and guys that paint fish. So,
Really?
the sky is the limit, and with people that want to work and people that enjoy Wayland here, the sky's the limit as to what we can sell and what we can service and take care of.
So speaking of Wayland, we were talking earlier, and it says you said that you live out by Green Lake area.
That's correct.
Have you always been a West Michigan guy?
I've always lived in West Michigan.
Okay.
I love West Michigan and its seasons and its changes, and just the country out here is wonderful, and the people here in
Yeah.
Wayland are just, they're wonderful people.
Yeah.
And West Michigan in general is a great place to live.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of opportunity. There's tons of work. There's tons of entertainment. There's tons of things to do. I mean, there's just, and like you said, the people themselves are phenomenal. They really are.
They are phenomenal.
Is there anything that that you want to talk about specifically about your products or your business or?
No, you guys have been wonderful to me, and it's really, you know, you've asked me what we have here and what we do, and it's very interesting to just see and help you.
Cool. Well, thank you.
That's really what it's about. No, nothing on my products or anything. It's not
Okay.
a big deal.
And it is a family-run business, or is it run like a family business?
It's run like a family business, it's not actually. Well, it is a family business. My sister is here,
Okay.
and myself, and we've worked together now for well over 20 years.
And you
together.
sit 8 feet from your sister. It looks like maybe 10 at the most.
Yeah, yep, I can still hit her very well.
There, that's good. That's good. Throw a little stuffed football at her. Or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do that.
And you said that your brother has a business in the back of the shop.
That is correct. Ross has a business called Fast Tool.
Okay.
And his son Nate as well is in that business and heavily involved in that business.
Cool. And eventually their business is going to be moved 45 feet
In
that way.
in just a few months, they'll be moved 100 feet.
Okay.
The other side of us, we're building a new building for him.
Okay.
He's rapidly expanded in the last 5 years, and between the two of us, we're just plain flat out of room.
Yeah.
So we need more room.
I
we
mean,
need
even
more
just in
space.
here, you're like, we need to bring in more welders because you're
This
selling
is-
them.
This is pretty cleaned out now.
Yeah.
It's after the first of the year. We're very busy up until the end of the year.
Okay.
Everybody wants to order equipment and get it in for their tax year.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually stock up. So this is pretty light compared to what we did have.
Gotcha. So and then progressively through the year, you'll bring up stock and
Oh yeah.
filter it out. And
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, I want to say thanks again for
Oh,
letting
you're
me
welcome. Thank
let
you,
me
Anthony.
be a part of it, and thanks again for being part of Wayland. I really appreciate it.
It's our pleasure, and it's a wonderful place to be.
Thanks again for Dick for letting us in his home, his place of business here in town, and don't forget to subscribe down below and like their Facebook page too. So this is Wayland. We'll catch you on the next time.
Perfect.